Sasha Boisvert, Owen McLaughlin, and Ryder Ritchie will get things started, but it is the Bobcats in the gold with blue and white winning the opening face-off. Welcome to a pass for Elliot Gronwald, perhaps a future teammate up in Beantown. Point shot save, rebound, backhand try by Schwartz is just wide as he got a couple of early looks.
An early big rebound.
Deflected off the stick of Ryder Ritchie. And now gained back as BU with Hudson will start back. Now to Amico. Hands it back off. Here comes McLaughlin. Owen McLaughlin played 3 years in North Dakota. Came over with Boisvert, who still has 3 years left of eligibility. Don't know if he'll need them all. It's Pelosi, a steal at center. Comes across. Marcellus, a shot. He scores!
Oh!
Mason Marcellus, 3:06 in. It's 1-0 Cats.
Well, what a play by Pelosi, and obviously a great finish by Marcellus. The Bobcats jumping out quickly, 16:54 to go. They take the lead. A tremendous pass, and then make no mistake, Mason Marcellus, he didn't at all, and the Bobcats take the 1-0 lead.
So an early goal for Marcellus. Here's Wittenbach with some speed across the line. He's got Lansing. Wittenbach shovels it in front. What a stop. Great save made by Yegorov. And now a wraparound try. They jam away at it. Lansing trying to force it through. He cannot, but the play is still live. Over at the point. Here is Verreau. Fires, and it's pawed down. Flashing in front was Lansing that loves to make plays in transition. They've got so much skill, you can understand why. As Tibby fires a shot block. Save the rebound. On goal by Schwartz. Another stop made by Yegorov in the slot, broken up by Vidicek, off of Marcellus, sprinting ahead is Vidicek, finds him on a pass, comes in across the line, he splits the D, backhand shot, and he got forced out wide, but now Marcellus has it to Vidicek, throws it out in front, somehow the shot got in on goal, and Mikhail Yegorov makes a big save.
Well, and Vidicek showed a extra gear there, Phil. He made a great move, and really was his speed that got him a little bit clear. And as you pointed out, he was forced a little bit wide. But watch the speed and be able to cut through right there, went backhand.
Ball for Serbone, gives it off to Schwartz with speed, cutting toward the net. There's a shot save, rebound, put it on goal. Puck is still loose in front. It rolls on edge. Gronwald at the line. He swings it for Braden Blaze. Now to Schwartz. Shot tipped wide. Wilmer chasing it down behind the net. Finding Vidicek, try to wrap it in front. Regained by Gronwald, shoveling it in front and put just wide. Vidicek is there. Over to Gilson, quick hitter. That one off of Fondrick as he gives it over. Marcellus, and that was a quick pass and too quick for Vidicek to see it at the line, so it's played ahead. Long feed, Wilmer there. Skates across the blue. Marcellus, Chernetsky in there, scores! First of the season for the captain, and the Cats lead 2-0.
Well, Mikhail Marinov did his best. Igor Shesterkin with a long pass, a kind of a breakout pass, and Chernetsky near on the finish with 10:51 gone by in this game. The Bobcats have really imposed their will on the Terriers thus far. It's going to be up to Boston University to try and reverse that, but the Bobcats have come out strong and again have a 2-0 lead. Chernetsky and Air is.
And then took the hit from Amico. Chernetsky and Air got it back. Ahead to the point for Sword. Sword shoots in traffic, bouncing in, and Yegorov is able to make the save to take the draw. It becomes redundant, Rich, when you have 12 freshmen on the team to say the freshman. Blaze with a chance. Save! Lost in front. They jam away at it, and BU somehow comes away. Vidicek digging in there. That was Fondrick who got knocked off the puck, and now Marcellus. Back to Graham Sword. He looks up ice to the right side. Wilmer chips it back for Sword. Left it there for Vidicek. Look to lead Sword. Reversing it around. Iserman with a step. And Cole Iserman with it out to center ice, chipped it over to Fondrick, and Fondrick chips it in as the Bobcats will regroup with 6:07 to play in the first. Over to Wittenbach, hands to Verreau. Verreau shoots wide of the mark, got the rebound despite a sea of red and white around him. Now to the line for Tibby. Tibby lets it go, they score! It is the first college hockey goal for Big Nate Tibby. and the Cats have a 3 spot here in the first.
Boy, the Bobcats may have had traffic in front, and they did. And I don't know if they took the vision away from Yegorov, but Tivy, that was a heck of a snapshot, far side, and with 5:50.
Chris Pelosi, centering pass stolen. Here's Yzerman in front, and he shanked it. Golden scores at the line. On the tape to Celebrini. Hit his teammate in front. Back ahead to the left side. Little pitch and catch down low. Good save as Ritchie is in one. Marcellus fires it in. That's a shot on goal. And a save made by Mikhail Yegorov to end this first period of play. An opening 20 that saw the Bobcats get 24 shots on goal. We'll step aside. Borgula, McGroarty, the fourth line to start with Sword and Charlie Leddy. So a little bit of a different look. And meanwhile, Jay Pandolfo going with his fourth line of Morello, joint nothing lead. That whittled down to 3-2. And then after it was 5-2, Merrimack had a couple of late goals as there is a penalty coming up. It is going to Sword. Say that 3 times fast. That is a tongue twister. Schwartz and Sword. Kept alive by Marcellus. He did keep it in. Schwartz in front. Jamming away was Serbone. And that one kept out by it in deep. Leddy looking in front. Off the goalie stick. Wittenbach's shot is blocked. BU doing a much better job getting in front of the Bobcats' shooting lanes in this second period. As Matthew Lansing turns and fires, bouncing in front. And then the rebound opportunity never got through as the Bobcats couldn't get that through a couple of BU guys in front. Meanwhile, Wittenbach shovels it to the line for Leddy. Hard pass across. Gronwald in the slot for Wittenbach, whose deflection attempt went nowhere. And now Murtagh had it turned back the other way. And now a breakaway. Verreau to Wittenbach to Verreau. And an amazing save made by Yegorov.
Great save. Maybe be a little bit more selfish there. Maybe.
Corner. Ritchie there back from McLaughlin at the half wall. Now to Hudson at the line. 45 left to the penalty on Schwartz for hooking. Down low, and you can see they're trying to tee up Yzerman on the right side. There's the no-timer, and a huge save by Marinoff.
Well, that's how you draw it up if you're Jay Pandolfo. The fly in the ointment, though, was Marinoff going side to side. And, you know, when you talk about goaltenders and footwork, a lot of it is on your edges and that side to side. They shut up the one-timer, and a great sprawling save by Marinoff.
And an amazing save, but we welcome you back. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night here at the M&T Bank Arena. And during the commercial break, the traditional signs for Hockey Fights Cancer are being held all around the arena. Meanwhile, Bobcats to go on the power play at 10:18 of the second period. Tripping on Rukanakis. Bobcats 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Marcellus for Schwartz. Hudson digs in, chips it out, and it's a 2-on-1, and this is what they're good at. Hudson waiting, pass across, and they score! Jack Harvey, shorthanded, and BU is on the board.
Why, sure enough, Phil, just an outstanding setup and really no chance for Marcellus that time, and the Terriers couldn't get themselves back in the game with a power play, but now they have with a shorthanded goal with 9:24 to go in the second period, and we have a new game.
Harvey is 4th of the season. He has goals now in back-to-back. Get the 3-goal lead back as the cross-ice pass broken up, and Gavin McCarthy fires it down. But that is the 5th shorthanded goal of the season scored by BU. They were in a tie with several other teams, and now a chance in front. Pelosi across Vandon. Oh, right there was Vidicek, and he fell on his duff. Meanwhile, Wittenbach. So the Bobcats nearly reclaimed that 3-goal lead. If they were able to bury that Vidicek opportunity, they could not. And now it's Antonin Verreau to Pelosi. Off his stick. There's Gilson to save. Rebound, they score! Antonin Verreau on the power play, and the Cats are back on top by 3.
Boy, is that a backbreaker if you're BU. You get yourselves back in it by scoring a shorthanded goal, and then you give up a power play goal. And again, I continue to be really impressed with Gilson tonight.
A hustle after for a chance. Svoboda cut off by Verreau, who has the power play goal. Pushed back for Wittenbach. Gilson is there, and Vidicek and Pelosi round out the group. Wittenbach will fire it in. Hudson waiting on it. Taken off the boards, in the slot, Wittenbach over to Verreau, pass across, was looking for a cutting Wittenbach or Pelosi, either one, and it kind of split the seas, and neither got to it. Gilson throws it in front, big long rebound, Wittenbach scores! It is a feeding frenzy in Hampton. Ethan Wittenbach on the power play, and the Cats lead 5-1.
Well, just about everything going their way right now, and Wittenbach has been such a tremendous first-year player for the Bobcats, and he just sniped it right there. You talk again, Phil, about another snipe. Well, that certainly was one, and a 5-1 lead now for the Bobcats, who, aside from giving up the shorthanded goal, really have done little wrong, and even on that, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Terriers.
That is for Wittenbach, his 6th goal of the season. He now has points in every game aside from one as a Bobcat, and he now has a 4-game point scoring streak, and during that stretch, 2 goals, 5 points.
And his 4th power play tally.
He gets it done with the man advantage. Cleared out to center. Back to the right side, and they score! An off-angle shot by Nick Rukinakis, and Marinoff was not ready for that, and for the Pembroke, Massachusetts native, that's his first college hockey goal.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at that one, and Marinoff has been just so sharp tonight, and may have been caught here a little bit not off balance, but just wasn't looking for that shot, was surprised by the shot, and looked like it snuck in the short side. Phil, a goal obviously can be a spark, but oftentimes some physicality or something like that can also be a spark for a club.
Wilmer, pass in front, shot, save, rebound, crashing the net was Vidicek, and denied. 2 big saves by Mikhail Yegorov. Gronwald, a good stick, and around for Letty, waiting for Borgula with it at center ice. He stops short, chips it around Voss. Chasing it down is Serbone. In front, deflected just high by Borgula. That was a great look by Serbone, and Borgula looking ahead for Harvey. Here comes Harvey, who has the shorthanded goal in this second period for Carter Amico, using that giant frame of his to chip it back. And at the line, it's Hudson moving right. Hudson is shot, missed it wide in front. Murtagh is robbed. Big save, loose in the slot, somehow cleared with the net open.
A great recovery by Marinoff.
And Morelakis. Meanwhile, it is Morello, wraparound try, save made, squirted just wide of the far post. Good work here for BU. They're buzzing a bit. There's a chance. Blocked in front. Cipollone dumps it ahead. Right on the tape. Here's Verreau with a breakaway. Verreau tied up. Drew a penalty against McCarthy. And the Bobcats are going to get another power play chance. It is a slashing call against the junior captain for BU.
Yeah, and Cipollone, I think Cipollone's looking for a penalty shot.
Second period will come to a close with 6 seconds remaining in the penalty on Jeremy Wilmer. So the Bobcats and BU trade goals here in the second, each team with 2 apiece, but it's all Quinnipiac after 40. They have a 5.
And that 60-shot game, I think they scored, I did that game, I think they scored 10 in that game, in that playoff route over the Big Red.
I don't think, as well as the Bobcats have played, I don't think out of the corner. Gronwald advancing to Schwartz. Flanked by a pair of red and white sweaters. Ritchie makes a nice hop move. Sharp angle try, save made. That was Boisvert. Hasn't scored much in his sophomore year, but has been dishing out the assists. He had 4 of them on Saturday. Still looking for his first point of this game. As Ritchie carries it across, the drop pass Boisvert. Angles it wide. Amico with a blast, and a good glove save made by the junior Slovakian, Matej Marinoff. Good work there. Letty with Serbone. They get it out. Serbone 1-on-2. Serbone is shot, and that one is gloved and dropped off by Mikhail. Waits on it. He'll flip it up the ice. Caught by Verreau. Verreau gliding in. Toe drag. There's a shot, and he got knocked down in front. Marcellus to Vidicek. Down the right side, Vidicek. Stick lifted as he comes around the net. To the point for Gronwald. He fires, and Marcellus tried to tip it. McCarthy got a piece. Blocker save. Directed off the wall. Verreau knocks it out to center. Wittenbach, ooh, good open ice bump. Boumediene is so big he didn't notice it. Coming in from the first year as Celebrini rifles it in. Iserman cut off. Lansing there. Glove down, in front, a shot. Oh, that was Boisvert, and a good save made as the Bobcats get it out to center. Marcellus, fresh on the ice, will circle back into the Quinnipiac zone. Looking up ahead for Wilmer. It's stolen by Hudson. Skating downhill, head of steam, and he missed the post just wide. Now here come the Cats. It's Wilmer. Wilmer, drop pass, Vidicek to Wilmer, to Vidicek, and it's off the post. Oh, it was a gorgeous pass. And now Marcellus looking for a second save. Rebound, they stuff it in, and it's Vidicek, and it's 6-2 Cats.
Well, that is the definition of relentless, right? The great setup at first, hit the post, puck remains in the zone, save, great pass, finish. I mean, that's a pretty good shift. Vidicek making it.
They are doing things very solidly and playing within their structure. As McGroarty, backhand try, a save made by Yegorov. He had a bobble at Borgula, was coming up the middle. And we get a stoppage in play. 8:24 to go in this one. It's the Bobcats led by Tyler Borgula. Borgula in across the line, will chip it deep. Amico there, Barreau ties him up. Now over to Lansing, a backhand shot and a save made. Held on to by Yegorov, but we go back at 10:57 of this third period. Merrill in across the line from the corner. Stopping in behind the net, looks to spin around Anthony Cipollone. And out to the right point for Amico. Swings it left, fires a shot from the point. Wide of the net it goes. In behind it's Merrill. Back out to Amico. He shanked it. And now Merrill firing it in front. Top of the crease, shot in on goal, and a save made by Marinoff. Meanwhile, wraparound try, another save, backhand shot, another save as Merrill is denied. Now Amico. He shoots and Letty blocked it. Well, the Bobcats not taking their foot off the gas with 1:47 to play.
And Aronov has made a couple of outstanding sprawling saves this afternoon.
And a penalty coming to the Bobcats. Power play trying to get a third goal on the board. Hudson looking for a man in front. Top power play unit to close the game on for BU. You have Yzerman out there. Off of Boisvert in the slot, taken away by Pelosi. Here come the Cats shorthanded. It is Pelosi waiting. Chernesky in there shoots. Good save made. Great stop. There wasn't much room on the near post, and now a 2-on-1. Here's McLaughlin waiting, shooting. Blocked in front by a sprawling Gronwald with 3 seconds to play. Tied up along the boards, and that's going to do it. The Bobcats erupt for half a dozen against the highly touted BU Terriers with their 19 NHL draft picks. But it's the Bobcats, a 6-2 win in decisive fashion at home.
And you're in the waning seconds, you have a 4-goal lead and guys are going down to block shots or passes. So great commitment, great afternoon for Quinnipiac.
So with the victory.